Well, breaking news.
Advanced technology.
Breaking news: Darrell Revis agrees to a 5-year deal with the Jets.
Well, breaking
Yeah,
news
30,
an hour ago.
39 guaranteed. Hey, I just got home 20 minutes ago. Sorry.
Oh, so you didn't have like the NFL app or anything up or anything like that, and
The
plugged
minute
in
I got
into.
the minute I got the notification that we had traded Nick Foles for Sam, I can't stay on the field or healthy or keep any of my ACLs intact. Bradford, I turned all that mess off.
So you're still not trusting the process.
No, she's not going to trust.
She's turned to ice cream. I guess not.
Exactly. Last week, I was eating biscuits for comfort food. I am now on the chocolate chip cookie dough Edie's slow churn. What happens when you watch your team being dismantled? The running joke of the internet for the past week.
Yeah.
But I'm not bitter. Okay, I'm lying.
You sure?
I'm lying.
Sure?
I'm bitter. I'm
You
bitter.
gotta be bitter.
I'm bitter.
You gotta be bitter.
Certain you're not.
Okay, I'm lying. I'm bitter. I'm bitter like I'll get out.
So what are you bitter? What are you bitter?
Yes.
What are you bitter about?
Yeah. What is there to be bitter about?
All of it. I have no starters on offense. I got 2 backup quarterbacks. Are you serious right now?
You still got your offensive line. Well, no, they did trade. Did they trade one of the guys from offensive line too? I can't think.
Heron, was it starts with an H?
Who
Did he
knows?
get traded or he got cut?
They released like one guy off the offensive line. Harris something about that. Can't even pronounce his name right now.
Doesn't matter. He's not there anymore.
Right. I don't know any of the cats there anymore.
You know Riley Cooper.
They're all gone. Yeah, but we kept him.
Riley Cooper's there.
So bad that one of my friends actually asked me what was my backup team.
You know what? I'm glad you
like,
asked
so,
that because
the statement actually went like this. So since the Eagles aren't going to do anything for the foreseeable future, who else you going for? I mean, who's your backup team? You got to have a backup squad because clearly y'all are fielding a practice squad this year and only a practice squad.
They'll be competitive, I think. Maybe not.
Really?
Still
That's
playing
what
the
you're going to get
NFC.
me? That's what you're going with?
still get
Yeah.
the Redskins twice.
Hmm?
Still get the Redskins twice. That's at least one win.
You trying to make me feel better?
No, he's not.
No, not really.
You're trying
I'm
to
just
make me
saying
feel
you got to
better?
win.
No, he's not
Gotta
trying to
win.
make you feel better.
No, not at all. But I mean, you know me, I'm a full hard facts person. The full hard fact is Giants still ain't great. Redskins, yeah. I haven't seen who's the NFC East playing.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I can't remember.
Oh,
I know
the
that they-
Bengals signed AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm all off that. Did I mention I was surprised. I did catch the Jimmy Graham thing.
That
That
was the one thing. Ooh,
I did catch Jimmy Graham.
that was kind of special though.
that was interesting.
I didn't understand. I'm just not sure where we were going with that, but I don't. That's the head scratcher for the Saints.
Well, let's see. What they get? Did they swap first round picks this year or something?
No. You talking about the
Saints-
Seahawks?
Yeah, who they get? They gave
The Saints got Seattle's number 1, the 31st.
Seattle's
pick.
number 1 and a
31st
4th and a
pick.
5th. And a 4th and a 5th, right?
I don't know if it was all that.
I
think
don't
it
know.
was
It
just Seattle's
was like
number 1.
it was like a player and a pick. And,
Yeah, they got the center.
and Seattle got a
Yeah.
player and a pick from the Saints.
Okay, I'm looking it up right now.
I think Jimmy in the first and the center and the something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they gave up that both. It was. I can't remember who got the lower. I guess the Saints got the lower pick from the Seahawks. But So that
Yeah.
was
Well, anyway,
that was
that was,
interesting. Although I'm sure Russell Wilson is excited that he's got anybody to catch the ball.
well, he had guys that caught the ball. He usually wouldn't do it till like the third or fourth quarter, though.
Right now, he's got a dude that in theory, will catch the ball regularly.
Mm.
In theory, this could all go terribly wrong, but
Yeah, I mean,
in theory.
he could like trip over his cat getting out the shower, and that'd be the end of the season.
He owns a cat.
I
You
don't
got
know.
inside information, Fred?
I don't know. Wait a minute, didn't that happen to Sam Bradford?
He owns a cat.
It's like, he owns a cat.
I don't know.
Yeah. And probably, and if not, Fred, it'll probably happen this year because dude hasn't finished the season since he's been in the league, has he?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe his rookie year. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like I said, that was
Talking about Bradford.
Yeah, man. I don't
You don't know what?
understand.
Well, if you get DeMarco Murray, you could get the Oklahoma Sooners in back. So.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm doing my best
I
not
just-
to cuss tonight, Pete. So
I
your
know.
acting job
Yeah,
isn't so
okay.
hard. I'm just
So wait a
doing my
minute,
best.
back
so
to the
that
question. Wait a
editing
minute.
job isn't terrible. I'm trying here. I'm struggling. In fact,
So to keep you in person, who was your backup team again?
I don't have
No,
one.
somebody asked me that at work because
I don't have a backup team. But apparently I should go shopping for one. I should start looking.
I
Maybe
wouldn't be
Buffalo.
mad
I mean, I got lots of options because they spread out my team throughout the entire conference. The
So you
whole
are now a
league.
fan of the entire league.
I could do Buffalo. I can do the 49ers. I can do Kansas City. I mean, I like Andy Reid, and he's got Jeremy Maclin. It could be like old times. So
Well,
like old times.
If you didn't like Andy Reid before, I guess you probably like him a lot more now.
Well, it depends. I've always liked Andy Reid.
Okay.
He was killing me softly with defense, but I was not the one that was like fire Andy Reid. I was because if you don't have anybody better, keep what you got. If he's winning,
See,
and we didn't have anything better because we got Chip Kelly. Yay.
well, I was explaining to somebody at work how it came to pass that I was a Bears fan because I don't know so much say I'm a Bears fan as I say I'm a recovering Redskins fan.
Gotcha.
And, my point was I was like I just couldn't.
Both of them pretty bad.
Yeah, well, I said I just couldn't, deal with that Dan Snyder anymore. And that my going line was, if nothing else, the Bears are earnest and honest in their incompetence. Bad moves made with the best of intentions.
They mean well.
Yeah, they mean well. They're kind of benevolent.
Okay, so that's how you ended up with the Bears.
So he said, so the Bears are like your backup team growing up? Yeah. Yeah, so the Bears are kind of like my backup team. I just couldn't deal with Dan Snyder anymore. I said, well, it was an easy call. So he said, well, who's your current backup team? I said, okay, I'm out of backup teams. It's only 32. I can't.
You can't keep jumping around. You just got to quit it and grind it out.
You can't have too many back doors. You might use them all.
That's true. You can't get backup for the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do have a backup team. Colts.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, Pete's two backup teams are the Colts and whoever Peyton Manning is playing for.
Yeah.
Nah.
And by the way, the Colts are making some cagey moves.
Well, the Colts had a lot of money, and the Colts had a lot
did.
of. They're spending their money. Andre Johnson should be signing with them. He should be whining and dining right now.
No, he's already tweeted his
signed.
signings.
Okay, I was about to say because they said he showed up on the same. They said Irsay sent the plane to pick him and Frank Gore up at the same time.
Yep, they flew over together. Isn't that nice? Because
Why
everybody
not?
was trying to get me
But
hyped
they
about
still-
getting Frank Gore.
And they still got enough money to get DeMarco Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Still got enough money. They say either gonna go after DeMarco
apparently-
Murray or a linebacker, another
Apparently,
linebacker.
DeMarco Murray and the Eagles have mutual interests, but
Yeah,
But
but I think the
Well,
Colts,
Frank Gore
I think the Colts and the Raiders got more mutual money. So
Well, we're not paying anybody. We're just trading them.
that's
So,
what I said. That's what I said.
we're just trading. We're just giving our dudes away for scrubs. So by all means, I mean, why would we sign DeMarco Murray? Because we got to start him running back. Oh wait, no, we don't. He's in Buffalo right now. That's right.
Yeah, and the one that you thought you were gonna get right out that before signed with the Colts.
He signed with the Colts
before signing with Crayon with the Eagles.
Yes. So no, sorry about that. Yeah. So again, and I don't have a starting wide receiver. I don't have a starting quarterback.
Riley Cooper,
man. You got the rookie Matthews.
I'm sorry, Dollar. You just got on a minute ago. Let me be clear. I'm doing my best. Okay. I'm doing my best not to cuss.
I was wondering if we had the funeral yet. So.
It was last week, Dollar.
That was last week.
Oh
man.
It wasn't a funeral, it was a fast cremation.
It was.
I thought they brought the bodies back out the graves today.
Man, it was hot, dude. It was hot last week. Just straight cremation.
Hey, Lanice, when you figure out what's going on, please let me know, because I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know, but I feel like because somebody was like, Lanice, you just got to see the vision, and then when they saw that,
no,
right?
Trust the
well,
process.
this was before he traded Nick Foles away and got Sam Bradford. Then they were like, well, what's wrong with Chip? And because I was having an emotional moment, I took a shot at my old coach, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
but I was like, maybe one of Andy Reid's sons, slipped him a little something. Because when Andy Reid was there, his sons had the good stuff. So,
yeah, you did.
I had a full-on moment. And he was coming up to me at the job, and I was like, dude, you're trying to get me fired because I'm trying not to cuss. Stop talking to me about the Eagles and free agency.
I think Chip Kelly.
All I have.
Just the off season in general, because technically trades don't count as free agent moves.
I think Chip Kelly is trying to be that player in Madden that trades away all the good players because he's so good. So he's like, yo, I'm just gonna beat y'all with the trash players because I'm that nice.
Right.
Oh no! Remember in the Super Tecmo Bowl, when you would go to the All-Star game, the Pro Bowl.
I never had Super Tecmo. I only had the regular Tecmo. They had an All-Star game and they had an All-Star game in Super Tecmo. Was that on Super Nintendo?
Yes. Yeah.
I had Sega Genesis. I didn't have a Tecmo.
Super Tecmo.
Nah, not on Sega Genesis. They had Joe Montana football.
Yeah, Joe Montana and then the first Madden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Montana in the first Madden and John Elway football on Sega Genesis.
John Elway football, yeah. John Elway. Man, he said they had a Super All-Star game.
Like they had an All-Star game?
Yeah. You had the Pro Bowl. You had the Pro Bowl for in Super Tecmo Bowl if you played the whole season.
You didn't see that little clip? Well, you didn't see the little clip where they had drawn in the shark from the Super Bowl halftime this year. They put it in the Super Tecmo. They said the shark was dancing. I was like, that's so terrible, man. Man.
Oh, God.
Jets, Jets.
Hey,
I'm coming home.
I'm hyped.
Really good.
I'm hyped.
You need to be. You need to be now.
If all it took was a 4th round pick to get Nick Foles, man, we should just gave up the 4th round pick. And then Brian Hoyer, I thought Brian Hoyer was going to the Texans. Did he change his mind?
You're right. The Jets were trying to get Hoyer.
We're gonna stick with Geno.
No, you stick with Geno, and you make sure Chris Johnson ducking the rest of them bullets.
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't know why we couldn't keep Percy Harvin, but I guess.
Brandon Marshall and Percy Harvin in the same locker room.
I don't care about locker room. I care about on the field.
You need on the field production. You don't care what the locker room.
Let the coaches deal with the locker room.
You still got Eric Decker, man. Number 2. Number 2. He got number
Decker
2.
and Marshall.
I got 2 possession receivers. I need somebody that's going stretch the field. I just need one. Could I get the Joey Graham? Golly.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. You can still draft somebody now. The draft class for receivers is ridiculous now.
Yeah, I'm hoping
you can find you a rookie. Just put him in the slot. Tell him Tell him run one route. Just run straight. Just run a 9 from the slot position.
I'm not sold on Mariota, so I'm hoping we can get Cooper.
Well, judging from Jake Locker retiring today and Tennessee kind of having a quarterback issue, I don't think Mariota's going to make it down to the number 6 pick.
Nah, he's not.
I don't think Mariota's
y'all be better off taking the receiver.
Unless the Eagles package up everything else they got and trade for number 2.
Eagles don't have anything left to trade.
And we don't have anything left to trade except for Riley Cooper.
No, you can trade Maxwell, who you just signed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry.
Really? you want to do a lot of editing, don't you? You do. You want to do a lot of editing.
We out here breaking the bank for Sue, baby.
Y'all are breaking the bank for Sue. Y'all are like, shut it down. We go give him everything.
We cut one of our guards, and we cut another. I think one of our backup linebackers to make some more cap room. So we still got some stuff to do.
That's right.
But hey, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta build a whole team, so it doesn't matter how many trades I have, how many picks I got, how much money under the cap we are.
You keep my tight end. They got Charles Clay out there.
All I have is a practice squad right now. Just a practice squad, nothing.
You still gonna beat the Redskins at least once.
At least once.
We hope.
Count on one. It all starts with one game.
And you might still beat the Giants one time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because who's covering Odell Beckham? And we don't have anybody rushing the passer.
Who covered Odell Beckham last year?
You got Maxwell.
I'm not bitter. He's not rushing the passer.
You don't need to rush the passer. Eli gonna throw a pick. You gotta rush the passer. Eli gonna throw a pick.
He throws a pick when he's got pressure coming, man.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. This is Eli's good year. You know, he has one good year, then two bad. One good year, then two bad.
Actually, technically,
this might be their Super. They might go to Super. Technically, if you want to put your money on the Giants, probably gonna go to Super Bowl this year, right?
So you're saying we're going 15-1? Thanks, Pete. I feel much better. We're going 1-15. Sorry, we're going 1-15. Thanks.
No, 2-15. You said y'all gonna beat the Redskins 14.
Well, they said once. They said we're gonna beat the Redskins once.
Yeah, and the Giants once. So
y'all will still beat the Giants. The Giants gonna win it. They win the Super Bowl this year. They be 9-7. Going to play.
Exactly, 9-7.
This is the way it works.
That's just how it goes. Oh wait, we have some questions from the Q&A crowd.
No, it's only one. It's a crowd of one.
But they're actually good questions.
One is a good question because we have a Bears fan and a Jets fan here.
So it's a good question.
We got one good question.
There was can anyone hypothesize why? Well, it went away.
Why the Bears gave Brandon Marshall away? Got absolutely nothing in return.
Nothing in return.
Yes, nothing in return.
If you can't type right on the Double S project, we're gonna call you out.
No, but I mean, they didn't. I don't know. The Bears, they didn't want that. They tried to get some extra cap room for some because they have no cap room. They have no.
$30 million is no cap room.
Well, they got it now.
$30 million off of Brandon Marshall. That was 7.
Yeah.
$30 million in the cap room.
May have been a locker room issue. I mean, Brandon.
Oh, that's right, because they didn't re-sign Lance Briggs and none of them boys, did they?
Nope, they didn't re-sign any of them.
Lance Briggs and the other guy.
They chucked up the deuces on everybody. So what's going on with Kaepernick and San Fran?
Nothing. He'll be all right.
Nothing.
He ain't going nowhere.
Because there was rumors of him being traded at the beginning of the day. And
that was just one.
I think Harbaugh just put that out there, man. I think Harbaugh.
No, you think Harbaugh tweeted it?
I think Harbaugh had somebody tweet that, man.
But Michael Crabtree wants to leave.
I felt good about it because at least he was going to be traded to the Eagles.
They just signed Torrey Smith, so they're going to let Crabtree. They let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I felt good about it though because at least the rumor had him being traded to the Eagles. But I would have taken that over Sam Bradford.
Is Sam Bradford going to be a starter?
Sam Bradford, what you mean starter? Yeah.
Yeah, Sanchez and Sam Bradford.
I have 2 backup quarterbacks.
You put the 2 of them together.
What you mean? Sam Bradford's starter when he's starts?
Yeah, when he's upright.
Healthy.
You put the 2 of them together.
When he's upright and you do know, like because everybody else is going to have a defense of sorts. So dude's not mobile and he probably won't do that much running anyway because his ACLs are fragile. and the MCLs and the PCLs, all of that's fragile. So one good hit, and he might not make it out of preseason. I don't know.
He hasn't been making it out of preseason.
He made it to like week 3 last year, didn't he? Like week 2, week 3.
Yeah, I think it was okay.
What was LaShawn McCoy's cap number?
13.
13?
11.
11. It was 11.
11.
And Sam Bradford's going to make $12 million next season. Wow, I can't wait for the season to start.
Oh, Tori, I can wait. Okay, let me tell you, I can wait.
Wow, I actually feel good as a Jets fan.
Everybody should feel good that they're not an Eagles fan, because this mess.
Eagles Nation be like Randy Orton.
The interesting thing is, based on all the trades so far, I'm gonna have to make the argument that the best defense is going to be in the AFC East next year.
What team is that going to be?
No, I'm saying all 4 of those teams are going to have legit defenses. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a lot of scoring in the AFC East.
Once we get Revis and Cromartie.
That's what I'm saying. The Jets are going to be legit. We got somebody to help us stop the run. We were already top 10. We just couldn't stop the run. We were shutting cats down with the passing game. The Patriots legit. Buffalo was nasty already.
I'd like to see who's going to sign Wolford, though.
Sign who?
Vince Wilfork.
Oh, Wilfork. That's right. I forgot he didn't
let him off
stay with it.
But he could still re-sign with the Patriots.
I think he's going to. I bet you the Patriots will re-sign him. I bet you. They probably will.
Want him to test the market. So
they just wanted to get the contract out of there so they can renegotiate it. Basically say, you're not going to find. I mean, if he tests the market, nobody's going to pay him. I mean, he's been in the league forever, man. Forever. Yeah. I mean, if you on 30 for 30, I mean, you've been in the league for a minute. Frank Gore,
Wilford, 30 for 30.
Andre Johnson, all these boys are my U boys, but they've been in the league for 10 plus years, man. Remember, that was like the 01-02 championship. That's a long time ago.
Can I go back to Sam Bradford for a second?
Sure.
When I read the report today about that trade, I could not believe Sam Bradford was only 27. It feels like he's been in the league for 15 years.
And he's played
27 games.
He's probably played like 3 full seasons. He probably played, and this is Nick Foles, what, third year?
Nick Foles is 26.
Yeah.
This is only his 3rd year.
Wow.
This is only his 3rd year. He was a 3-year starter at Arizona. Stayed at Arizona all 4 years.
Well, God bless you. God bless you, Sam. Hopefully you can stay upright.
Sam might get out there and ball out for the Eagles. Ball out.
Hey, if he doesn't, you got Sanchez to look forward to. All right, that's it. No more limits. I'm gonna keep it.
Sanchez.
Oh my God.
Hey, Tim Tebow. Maybe it's a play to get Tim Tebow.
Sanchez and Samchez.
All I know is.
Did you just say well, because you know what, Tori, we might as well sign Tebow, because damn if we don't need a team chaplain. Somebody's gonna need to pray over this message.
You need a running back. You need a running back.
Y'all need a football player.
We need a football team currently. We need a whole damn team.
He's a baller. He's a playmaker.
He is not.
I'll take Tebow. He shattered the mold. All he does is win. All he does is win. You better get Tebow.
No. Tebow, you got no more. You got nothing left to complain about.
I've been at a few shows. Have we had the Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant debate yet on the show?
Nah, we haven't had it yet, but we can talk about it. We can
go ahead.
I think Russell Westbrook is the best player on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
There's no debate.
I agree.
There's no debate. Kevin Durant is Westbrook. It's just something different about Westbrook, man. He got that. He got the dog, man. He got that DAGG. Tori, you know what I'm talking about, Tori. Tori, you know what I'm talking about. There's very few players in the league that got that dog, man. That just don't care. Just cut your heart out.
Definitely on the court. My wife told me about, or she showed me a recent Russell Westbrook commercial that that troubled me. I don't know if y'all got to see
walking
it
with
yet.
the clothes and take his clothes off and all that.
Yeah.
That one.
There was one scene or one.
Yeah, where he.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that, but he does have that.
There's a commercial with Russell Westbrook taking off his clothes. What?
Lanisha, you might like that, but
I'm not putting it on Facebook group.
Yeah.
So I just need to Google it. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
have fun with that.
Okay.
And just share it. Please don't share with us.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm not really sure I want to see Russell Westbrook taking off his clothes. I gotta be honest.
But he does have that dog in him. I agree.
Yeah, he does. I mean, this dude taking it to the rack with a face mask on. How you get it? You know somebody playing real hard when they get a fracture in their face.
Yeah.
Not even a nose.
Think about hard you playing. You get a fracture in your face.
Didn't he come from one of his players? One of his teammates?
That's what I'm saying. That means you in the midst. That means you at the rack. That means you in traffic. That means you can't get hurt unless you in traffic. Unless you're Derrick Rose. But
it was coming. You saw the lead in.
Unless you're Derrick Rose, you can get hurt in the wind. Just bring some Gatorade.
Stop. Water.
But you know what? It's been.
I would encourage to take performance-enhancing drugs.
But Durant has got a lot of work to do to get his image back as far as being the best player on that team. Because Westbrook is taking over. He's taking over. As a matter of fact, if he would have been healthy, there's no way. I mean, first of all, if he would have been healthy, Oklahoma City would be a 4 or 5 seed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like all year, if he would have been healthy all year, I mean, the way Westbrook is playing. So then he would be in the MVP conversation. But who you got for your MVP, Dolla? We haven't talked in a while, man. I know where I got.
It's hard for me to say. I'm being anti-Steph Curry. I gotta give it to him. I'm really pulling for. I want James Harden to win the award, but I think that it's fair to say that it's Curry's award this year. But I mean, there's so many players on the West. I mean, I think LeBron's out of it. I don't care about this resurgence that he has. I think LeBron's out of it. I like Anthony Davis if he wasn't injured so much during the season. Westbrook is coming on strong, especially if they get that AC. But Curry's having 30-point games and nobody's talking about it because he's just doing it.
Because he does it, and he does it so smooth with it. I mean, you look up. I mean, this dude. Yeah, I'm a Steph Curry fan,
and they're winning. They're winning against the top teams. I mean,
Well, what I was telling somebody last week, I was telling the crew last week. I said everybody's sleeping on Golden State because they keep looking like they're the number 1 defensive team, and they play in the West.
Yeah,
that means they shutting down the best offenses every night. Mm-hmm. They're keeping them under 90, and they know they can put up 100 anytime they feel like it. So,
who's somebody that don't get enough love though? That he's not the MVP, but he should be in the conversation. Is LaMarcus Aldridge? That man's having a
LA is big.
Nobody's talking about it because he's in Portland.
I'm gonna tell you another person that's balling too. Marc Gasol.
Oh, okay.
Marc Gasol is double machine, and he's Memphis is right there. Memphis is always there. Memphis is always right there. So
I guess nobody's gonna put their vote in for Jeff Teague since the Hawks got the best record in the East, huh?
Nah. I had to better. So I bet Kyle Kober. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, Paul Millsap is balling. That was the dude right there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I'm not going with LeBron this year, even though I think Cleveland will probably come out of the East. I don't think anybody will beat them in a 7-game series. Honestly.
Well, LeBron gets the benefit of not having to go against Derrick Rose every single year. So.
and Washington is everybody. He said so does everybody.
So does everybody else.
That's a good point. That's a real good
Everybody's got that benefit.
Oh man!
Okay, there you go.
I got a Q&A question. Would Chip Kelly trade Darren Sproles for Kevin Durant?
Oh, no. He don't want Kevin Durant on his team.
Oh my God, that's
Kevin
crazy. Chip Kelly, man, that is crazy, man. I heard that foolishness about them talking about maybe trading Kevin Durant at the beginning of the season next year to Washington too. Have you heard that, Dollar?
I did hear about that. I mean, there's no place like home, and they got a squad over there they could use.
Paul Pierce will probably leave. He probably step down and leave this year.
They could use a piece like that. You know, it depends on. I mean, is this going to be a Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury situation? Probably not, because looks like Westbrook wants to stay in Oklahoma City. It looks like they get along when they on the court together. But it's going to be interesting to see when Kevin Durant comes back if Russell Westbrook is going to defer.
But when is he coming back? That's the point. I'm like, him, Blake Griffin, they've been coming back for a while now. Like, what?
He's gonna come back eventually.
Now they've been coming back for a while.
Yeah,
I'm looking for him every game. I'm like, okay. Where Blake Griffin in the suit? Kevin Durant in the suit.
Really like they got lost somewhere along the way.
I mean, yeah, it's like when they coming back. Hell, Paul George gonna come back before they do. Paul George sitting on the sideline like, I'm ready to play. They just holding him back. He gonna probably be back before I mean, think about that for a second, because Indiana is in the playoffs, right? I think they're what, number 6?
No, they're number 8. They're number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
And mess around and get that one seed, and you get Paul George coming off the bench against Atlanta. Look out.
Maybe.
Hey,
it's possible.
they know how to win. They know how to win, man. So, but yeah, shoot, boy. I know Adam. Go ahead, bro.
No,
Trent Cole's a Colt now, Pete.
Trent Cole? Yeah, he was the first one to sign.
Wow.
He signed before Gore.
Signed him to a 2-year deal.
Yeah, he signed before Gore.
Is Reggie Wayne going to get picked up, or is he done?
I think, well, inside information I got from Phoenix, from Chris Carter, when I was talking to him at the NFL Countdown, he had said that his son was going to sign with the Colts, which happened 3 days after he said it. And he also said that if Reggie Wayne was to not get picked up, that more than likely they would keep him on. If he didn't want to play for another team, they would keep him on as a player, like a coach.
Wow.
Counselor.
Is he washed up? I mean, he can't.
I don't think he's washed up. I think he can still play, but I mean, you play 14 years and you got a Super Bowl and you probably in the Hall of Fame talk.
Nah, the Eagles should sign him.
7th all-time reception.
You said the Eagles should sign him.
7th all-time receptions.
If anybody should sign him, he should go home and come to the Dolphins.
Something like that.
Come to the Dolphins.
Go home. Play at the house. Play at the crib. But, yeah, so we'll see.
Is Reggie Wayne a Hall of Famer?
Patrick Willis retired.
I would say Reggie Wayne is a Hall of Famer.
Okay, first ballot.
I don't know if not first ballot. No receiver's ever gonna be first ballot.
Except for Michael Irvin.
Randy Moss may not even be first ballot.
And Jerry Rice.
He'll get in, but yeah, they don't like letting receivers in first ballot.
Okay.
No. I think I looked it up the other day. He's either, and I might have these numbers mixed up.
So Marvin Harrison won't be first ballot.
He's been a finalist.
He was in the finals this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a finalist this year.
He's in the finals this year.
It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been in it
2 years ago, so he's already missed the first round. But they had that whole cluster going on of wide receivers because they didn't let Chris Carter in when they should have, and then they let Jerry Rice, then they let Michael Irvin in.
No, we're talking about Jerry Rice in. Then they let Andre Reed and Tim Brown.
They just let Tim Brown in. Art Monk got let in later than he should have.
And Andre Reed was 2 years ago. And Andre Reed was 2 years ago and should have been in.
Yeah. So that's
what I said. Andre Reed, I think Reggie Wayne. I think Andre Reed and Reggie Wayne's numbers are pretty much the same.
Right.
Yeah. So he'll get in. I think
Reggie's going to get in at some point.
Yeah.
If T.O. ever retires, he'll probably get in. But he hasn't turned. T.O. has never filed for retirement, has he?
I don't think so. I think he's still holding out hope.
Wow. Even Randy Moss is going to wait, huh? Wow, that's interesting. So since I have Prev on the line, did we talk Premier Boxing Championship yet? Did we talk about that?
That awkward moment where you find out that John Molina is washed up for good.
Yeah. And then have the nerve to say after the fight that he was running. Like, man, you got to throw punches when you're close. I mean, Can't just follow a guy around.
Would it matter if he was running? It wasn't like he was going to catch him.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered.
And Adrian Broner he definitely showed us he's not as special as he thinks he is, because he should have took care of a guy like Molina. That's for sure.
Well, he showed that against Maidana, but I mean, what you gonna say? It's one of those things. If you're NBC, you need some names, some people that folks either have heard of, have seen, or might be intrigued to see.
Yeah.
Because they're doing something that hasn't been done in forever. Adrian Broner is a name. John Molina, sort of a name. You know, a rugged guy, had a decent record until recent. You put them together, you think it's a good matchup. The classic boxer, one punch brawler type dude, and it turned out to be kind of a dud. But that could happen on Showtime or HBO.
True. And the main event, I think, rescued it. I think the Thurman Guerrero fight was a good fight. Thurman was trying to put on a show. He was trying to knock a guy out, couldn't do it. What did you think about the production?
Himself out.
Yeah, I thought the production was a little off. Yeah.
Well, you got a crew of people that haven't done boxing in forever,
and it showed.
I mean, you know, what's
y'all funny, man.
I mean, Marv Albert doesn't really have anything to live for unless he's got Michael Jordan to say yes about. Otherwise, Marv Albert is useless.
Oh my God! Really, nothing to live for?
Terrible, man.
He was pretty.
I guess y'all didn't hear the commentary.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard, who's never really been good with a mic in his hand.
Yes.
You know,
he's a warrior. He's a warrior. Yeah.
This is my kind of ring. Dude, how big was that ring? 30 feet?
Yeah, it was pretty big.
It looked like they were boxing on a football field.
Yes.
Oh God.
I thought Layla Ali did all right. I mean,
I thought she was good. The other guy, I can't think of his name. I thought he was good too. The corner announcers were better than the boxing commentators.
Yeah. It's hard to do on network TV because I wanted to hear what the cornerman was saying.
Yeah.
But that can get too graphic, obviously, for regular broadcast TV.
There you go. Yep.
They did a good job cleaning that up.
I didn't like the entry, the ring entries. It looked like something from American Gladiators or something like that.
That European stuff, that Klitschko type entry, you know, what you see in Germany and England and even South America.
I'm sorry. There's something about the personality of the music, them choosing their own music, having their entourage.
It's NBC. It had to be clean. You can't have young Jizzer rapping for you as you do your
Just like Young Jizzer.
Hilarious, dude.
Young Jizzer.
Just have it on delay. Just have it on delay. That's all.
Just skip it. Dolla, how many times had you seen Thurman fight before?
I've seen.
Saturday night?
Well, you know he's a Showtime fighter, so I've seen him fight about 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
And
I saw him 2 or 3 times on HBO and at least once on ESPN.
Yeah, he stepped up. He stepped up in class against Guerrero, so I was impressed to see that. He really hasn't done well against the higher class fighters. I mean, he's knocked out a lot of guys that he should knock out.
He knocked me out once.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got in the ring and thought I had a shot. Put me down about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, but I think he's not ready for Mayweather. A lot of people are trying to Paulie Malignaggi actually believes Thurman could beat Mayweather, but he's not the type of style fighter that could beat Mayweather. He doesn't throw enough punches. He tries to throw these one-punch haymakers, and
we haven't seen
you're not gonna catch Mayweather with that.
We haven't seen anybody that could beat.
You've seen a guy that can be competitive with him for a few rounds, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's about it.
You know. Yeah, he won 3 rounds. He had Mayweather's number. No, it doesn't quite work that way.
But let me just shout out to all the Double S listeners and all the other guests on the panel who haven't contributed to the boxing conversation.
I have. I'm nodding my head.
Next week,
right.
I think it's either next week or 2 weeks from now. There's a Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia fight. You need to watch that one.
Should be very interesting.
I've seen Danny Garcia fight before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to be somewhere to watch that?
Yeah.
Right in front of your TV. It's going to be on regular broadcast TV.
Oh, well,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Like old school, like Cooney and
Yeah.
Holmes. Cooney and Holmes, Monday night, ABC.
Like Ali and Sugar.
That's what they're gonna be doing.
Hey,
Right on my regular.
I just want to know if the invite is still out there for the May 2nd pay-per-view. That's all I want.
The invite's still out there. I'm trying to convince my wife we're gonna do dual screens. So
Hey.
I got my boy. He's going host the fellas at his house, and the ladies are gonna be at my house, and we're gonna get it on that way. Now the reason why it's like that is because I have two small children who need to get some sleep, and chances are the fellas aren't going to allow my kids to get any sleep.
So that means if Lanice comes, she's got to come with us.
Yeah.
He's louder than all of us.
I was like,
Yeah, you have to come with the boys. You come with the fellas.
So
Okay.
it's not ladies and fellas, it's loud and
quiet.
Well, Dollar,
Oh,
appreciate you calling in. I appreciate y'all calling in. I'm about to hit the bed.
I'm about to do some more work.
Hey, you just made me more tired.
Dollar never sleeps.
Look, I feel your pain, Dollar. I got in like 20 to 15 minutes before the show was supposed to start. I was like, whew, they have worked me like the last Hebrew slave. I was so tired.
Oh,
Hey.
so many references to just black. I gotta get
know.
off.
Yeah, that was
I can't believe oh, dang.
Black
Y'all
History Month
crazy,
is over.
It is.
Open
Yeah, man.
Definitely
history.
over.
That's
Yeah,
Black
man.
history.
Y'all take it
those
easy.
4 precious 28 days are done. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
All right.
Later.